I'm going from this singular piece of bamboo to $100 million. The rules for this challenge are: we can only sell items that come originally from this piece of bamboo. We cannot accept trades, we cannot accept gifts, and we cannot leave this island. So this will start by us grabbing our first piece of bamboo and selling it for $4. Now, to expand our island, we are going to need more dirt, which on the auction house is currently going for $10,000 per piece. But if we look at orders, we can see the highest price of dirt currently is only $27 each, which means if we sell 7 pieces of bamboo, we'll be able to purchase 1 piece of dirt, meaning we'll have 2 different bamboo shoots growing at the same time. Oh, wait. 1 bamboo on order sells for 15 each. If we put our 3 in there, that's $45. Now we're up to 49. We can create an order for dirt at $40.01 each. Perfect. And just like that, our dirt has been delivered and our platform has doubled. And instead of only growing 1 bamboo at a time, we now grow 2, which means double the efficiency and double the money. I think it's now time we sell a lot of bamboo and expand this island to be so much bigger. Well, that is now quite a bit bigger, but we need to improve efficiency, because if we want to get $100 million, this is definitely not the way to do it. We want automatic farms that produce us money while we're doing nothing, because right now I have to punch each and every one of these bamboos, and it takes quite a long time for it to grow, harvest it, and make us some money. So what I think we need to do is collect every single piece of bamboo, sell it, and buy some materials. From the whole platform, we managed to get ourselves over 9 stacks of bamboo, and it started to regrow again. But if we look at orders for bamboo, $14 each isn't the most, but all of that will sell for $9,000, which allows us to buy 3 oak saplings and a load more dirt. Now we can finally get wood, but we can't sell anything that doesn't originally come from bamboo. So we can turn this into bamboo blocks and into doors and sell those doors, but we can't turn these logs into doors and then sell them. This is only to upgrade our tools, make machines, and make this platform bigger. With that out of the way, we now have a crafting table and a sword, which now means we can get bamboo so much quicker. But to harvest this whole platform, it would take us like 3 wooden swords. So we need to upgrade our tools. And the way we are going to do that is we're going to need a lava bucket, which is going to cost us $10,000, and also a water bucket, which is 2.7. So we can purchase one of those right now. Now we just need just a little bit under $9,000, and then we can move on to some better tools. Well, there's $7,000 for the bamboo, and after selling those bamboo, we are now over $10,000. And just like that, we now have a cobblestone generator. And as easy as that, we've upgraded from a wooden pickaxe to a stone pickaxe. All right, out of 1 stone pickaxe, we've managed to get a stack and 30 cobblestone. That should set us up for a long time, because what we can do is turn a load of that into slabs to surround our lovely island with. Now we won't lose as much bamboo, because when we harvest these end ones, they're not going to fall off the island and fall into the void. So let's make some stone swords, harvest all of our bamboo, and that is just under 10 stacks of bamboo, which is worth $9,000. But if we want to make $100 million by only selling bamboo, we are going to need an insane farm. Something like this. This is the farm we are going to want to have by the end of the video, because this will make us so much money. Look at the amount of layers of bamboo there is. The only issue is this is going to cost us a lot to make. We need over 2 shulker boxes of pistons, 1 shulker box of redstone dust, and a load of different redstone items. But that shouldn't be too hard. We can replace all of these deep slate and these ones in the farm. All we need is the glowstone, the dirt, the pistons, and all the redstone stuff. But that is going to cost us a lot of money. So what I think we do is we make a little design of this, maybe like 1 module, and see how much that makes us per hour. And to build that little module, we are going to need 36 pistons, which currently is going to set us back around $60,000. So we have a lot of bamboo to harvest. This needs to grow and grow and grow. And then we can finally start making money automatically. All right, after a few hours of harvesting a lot of bamboo, we now have 5 full shulker boxes, and that should get us plenty of money to build our first little automatic bamboo farm. But I think I may have found something. One of these shulker boxes is worth 25,000 if you sell it as just normal bamboo. But if we actually take the bamboo out and craft it into bamboo blocks, that is instead worth 25.9 thousand. So it's around the same, actually. What happens if we turn these into planks? Because planks are currently going for 50 each. How many planks do we get out of one? 2. So we'd have 6 stacks of planks, which would be 384. If they're selling for 50 each, only worth 19,000. Okay. We may as well just sell these as normal bamboo. They're not worth that much more. Okay, well, there's 25,000. And there is 103,000. Now, we're up to $150,000 almost. I think it's time we buy ourselves some redstone materials and we get building. So we'll start by expanding our platform. And after purchasing every single resource we need, we can now get to building it. Oh, we need the platform to be longer. Now we can build the rest of the farm. All right, there we have it. The first automatic bamboo farm is now fully built. The bamboo grows, gets harvested, comes down the water stream, and ends up right there. But I'm too lazy to come over here and pick this up, so we need to build ourselves a collection system. And that is as simple as that. 1 hopper into a double chest, and the bamboo is flowing in. But how much do we actually get in an hour? Let's do a little test. And after 1 hour, we have got... Ooh, not too bad. I did notice some of the bamboo was getting stuck, which could have affected our rates, but that is not too bad. Doesn't look like... Oh, there you go. Some bamboo stuck right there. I saw some stuck on those corners and some stuck on the middle pressure plate, but that's all right. As we expand, you won't notice any difference. But how much have we made from 1 hour of doing nothing? That's what you've got to remember. Using this farm, we have to be there. We have to craft swords. This farm, we do absolutely nothing. And we have made ourselves $8,500. Okay, that is not too bad. So if we had 10 of these machines, we'd be making $85,000 per hour for doing nothing. Okay, we definitely need to focus on expanding this farm. All we need to do now is just get the pistons, the glowstone, the ice, and some redstone items, and then we can expand this further and further and further until we can make enough money to build the big bamboo farm that we want. So I'll let that run in the background while I harvest all of this over and over and over again. And let's say we probably need around $1 million to fully expand that to the point where it's going to make us lots and lots of money.
3 days later.
And after many days of grinding bamboo, we now have $1.2 million. And yes, I did have to expand the bamboo farm because this is way too slow as a 1 module farm. You've got this compared to all of that. That made me, I think it was like 50,000 per harvest. But at least now we have enough money to expand this module many times over. So we need to get our hands on a load more pistons and a load more redstone items. Then we can get to building. 64 pistons for 75k. I'll take a few stacks of those. All right, 9 stacks should be fine for now. Now we need to get the exact same amount of glowstone. Luckily, that can be brought from the shop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we still have $490,000 remaining. All we need to buy now is redstone dust and redstone comparators. And then we're good to build. Stack of redstone dust, 20k. We'll need a few of those. And a stack of repeaters should be more than plenty. And now all we need is some building blocks. So it's time to just sit at this cobblestone generator and get lots and lots of cobble. And that should be plenty of cobblestone. Time to go and build many more modules and make us lots and lots more money while we're doing nothing. Quite a bit of building later, and we now have expanded from 1 module to 18. The collection system is all fully built and the bamboo is flowing in. And in the time we spent building the modules, we have already got over a double chest worth of bamboo. But if we want to make $100 million, it would take us days, if not weeks, using this farm. So we need to make more money, build more modules, and have more bamboo flowing in. So let's run this for an hour. Let's see how much bamboo it can get us, and then we can estimate how much money we'll be making. But first, we need to sell all the bamboo we have. All right, there we go. One nice empty double chest. Let's start the 1 hour timer, and let's see how much bamboo we can get. It's been 1 hour. Let's go and check how much bamboo we have made. I want over a double chest at least, and we have successfully done that. Over 2? Okay, not 2 just yet. That's fine. Let's mine up this chest so we stop getting more bamboo in there. And let's sell all this bamboo and find out how much it is worth. All right, just selling the last few stacks now. And the grand total of an hour's work is $94,290. For a machine that takes nothing to run, almost $100,000 an hour is very, very nice. That means if I'm sleeping, let's say for 8 hours, we make almost $1 million. That's very, very good. But it's not good enough, because to get $100 million at $98,000 an hour, it would take us over 1,000 hours. And I don't really want to spend 1,000 hours. So what we need to do is we need to get more money, upgrade this farm to the schematic that we had before, and that should push us over the $100 million mark. The only issue is we need millions to get all the resources we need to build it. So we better get back to manually harvesting and letting this farm run in the background, because we have a lot of work ahead of us. Many days later, and these 5 full double chests should get us to the point where we have enough money to build the very overpowered farm. At least I hope it is. So let's get this all sold. That shouldn't be too difficult. There's 30,000 and again, and we've got many more inventories to sell. Wow, that took days. And yes, it was on an old account, which is why my hours haven't got up that much. I don't want to leave my PC on for days in a row. But we are finally up to $8.4 million, which I have worked out should be enough to get everything. We already have all the glowstone, all the dirt, and we have started work getting all the pistons. So let's get everything on this list. There is a lot of stuff to get, and then we can get building. And after spending millions, we finally have everything. We don't have the bamboo. We've substituted the deep slate bricks and tiles. Other than that, we have pretty much everything. The water is fine. Spruce we've swapped out, and all the rest are green. So what we need to do is we need to actually load the schematic. Now we just need to build out our cobblestone platform to fit this entire farm on top of it. So that is a lot of slabs we've got to place down. But thankfully, I have been to work getting lots and lots of them. This should be enough. If it's not, then I'm going to have to get more cobblestone. Now it's time to build this massive farm. This is going to take a while. And finally, after over 6 hours of building, the farm is now finished. And we can start making the proper money. First, let's do a 1 hour test to see how long this is going to take. So we'll start the machine up, start a 1 hour timer, and let's see how much money we can make. Look at the bamboo flow. And after 1 hour, we can now turn the machine off by breaking that piece of redstone. And we can now find out how much money we have made. This farm still has its flaws. There are a lot of pieces of bamboo floating everywhere instead of going into the collection system. So our profits will be a bit lower than you would hope. But hopefully, they are still very, very good. Do we have a full shulker box? No, we don't. Okay. That means we're going to need to take load from here. Okay, this is all the bamboo we have got from an hour. That doesn't seem like that much. Maybe we're going to need to make some improvements because there is a lot of bamboo everywhere. How much does this sell for? Only 50,000. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to have to do some improvements. Everything around here is so laggy. Like, if I throw that, it will teleport back and back and back. It takes forever to pick it up. Like, that's at least 10 seconds there. I think it's because of all the bamboo everywhere. If I show the hitboxes, look how much bamboo is everywhere. Now everything is despawned. We can actually throw a block and it doesn't teleport back. And we can pick it up straight away. So it was definitely an issue with bamboo getting caught. So we're going to increase all of these iron bars all the way up to the top. And this glass wall all the way up as well. 3, 2, 1. And those changes have all been made. Let's see if they make the changes that we need. So we'll start the machine back up. And are we going to see loads of bamboo on top of the iron bars or not? Okay, I don't see any on the iron bars in that one. Neither on that one. Okay, I see a little bit of bamboo on that one. But other than that, it all looks clear. And you can actually see most of it is flowing down and into the collection system. That was the goal of it, to improve efficiency. And I'm pretty confident in saying that we have done exactly that. You can see all the bamboo blocks being crafted. And the game actually isn't that laggy. I think the real answer to our question is, do we get more than $50,000 in 1 hour? With everything now empty, we can start the machine back up and start the 1 hour timer. Even with all of our upgrades, this place is still so laggy. It takes over 10 seconds to pick up an item because there is still so much bamboo that is just on the edge of the dirt. But the main question is, have we made more than 50k in an hour? Yes, we have. It's only 30,000 more, but this farm has the potential of being so much better. What I think we need to do is maybe disable the top 2 rows of pistons and just see if that makes it better. Break that observer right there. That should disable the top 2 rows. And now we can do another 1 hour test and see if that maybe decreases the lag. After doing some tests, we have now figured out the difference between running the 3rd layer and the 4th layer is actually only $2,000 per hour. I think that's because it generates so much more lag, the amount of bamboo that's everywhere. So for now, I think we're going to stick with 3 layers of farm. So we'll break this top observer, place in the redstone dust, and it's time to AFK for hours. If we're making $153,000 an hour, that's going to take us 653 hours, also known as 27 days of AFKing. But if we combine that with a bigger manual patch of bamboo, if we spread this dirt all the way along there, then that number should be chopped in at least half. I've just woken up and come back to this. Yes, someone found my base, but luckily they didn't destroy it because they knew who I was. But if this was a griefer, this whole challenge could have been over. But thank you to Logan23 for not griefing, and luckily we are almost ready to sell all of our bamboo because we have a ton in our chest. And let's get this challenge done before someone else finds this base. And after harvesting that, we should now have more than enough bamboo to get us to $100 million. This poor account has so many days of playtime, just stood here looking at absolutely nothing. But he has been running a farm. We have a lot of bamboo to sell and $100 million to pass. Well, there is 750,000. That takes us over $99 million. And we still have lots of bamboo to sell. There's another 700,000, and that should take us past 100 mil. Yes, it does. How much are we going to have in total? The answer to that question is $100,840,000. Wow, that took forever. But it is now done. This farm, as well as our manual farm, has made us $100 million. I do not recommend using bamboo to get rich. It is so so slow. This is more of a torture device than a money-making method. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Au revoir.